What you're about to hear isn't a horror movie. It's a police recording, and the scariest part? The woman on the tape isn't panicking, she's performing. This is Caylee Anthony. Lie by lie, clock by clock, in the first 48 hours after the world found out a little girl named Caylee was missing. On July 15, 2008, Caylee was reported missing in a 911 call made by Caylee Anthony, Casey's mother, who said she had not seen the child for 31 days. Not an afternoon, not a weekend, over a month. And before law enforcement even got involved, the lying had already been running on a full tank. Lie 1. The missing month she hid from everyone. Casey told Cindy she was taking Caylee to the nanny, then to Tampa on a work trip. When Cindy pushed, the excuses rotated. They were in Jacksonville with a boyfriend. The nanny had been in a car crash. They were at the hospital. She invented a car crash. For 31 days, nobody outside the family knew a toddler was unaccounted for. Lie 2. I know who has her. On the July 15th call, Casey is calm, composed, almost bored. My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days. I know who has her. I did get to speak to my daughter for about a moment. She sounds like someone reading a grocery list. Meanwhile, Cindy is on a separate call telling dispatchers the car smelled like a dead body had been in it. 2 women, 2 phones, 2 completely different levels of alarm. One of them was lying. Lie 3. The fake job at Universal Studios. Casey claimed to work as an event planner at Universal Studios and named a supervisor, Thomas Manley, who didn't exist in any database. Detectives called the bluff in person. Casey strolled into the offices on July 16th, flanked by 3 detectives and a Universal manager. No badge, full confidence. Then came the wall, literally. Detective Mellick testified. About halfway down the hallway, she stops, turns, looks at us, and says, "I don't work here." A hallway, a dead end, a confession. She hadn't worked there since 2006. 2 years of lying to family, friends, and now homicide detectives. Lie 4. The nanny who never existed. Casey told Detective Mellick that Caylee had been kidnapped by her nanny, Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez. But the nanny had no apartment, no phone number, no existence. The apartment Casey identified had been vacant for months. No one by that name had ever lived there. Casey built mythology around this phantom anyway. 3 different addresses, a mother named Gloria, roots in New York. She claimed a real middle school acquaintance named Jeffrey Hopkins had introduced her to the nanny, who watched both Caylee and his son, Zachary. Hopkins never had a son. He never knew anyone named Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez. Casey took a real person, gave him a fake child, and cast him in her invented kidnapping story. Lie 5. The imaginary coworkers. Casey told police that Universal coworkers knew Caylee was missing, that she had confided in them. She was unemployed. Most of the people she named didn't exist. She wasn't just lying about facts. She was casting fictional characters with fictional knowledge of a real missing child. Lie 6. The phone call from Caylee. Perhaps the cruelest lie. Casey claimed Caylee called her the same day Cindy dialed 911. She said, "Hi, Mommy." She started telling me about her shoes, books. The phone hung up. A 2-year-old talking about shoes and books on a call that never happened. The jury found Casey guilty of 4 counts of providing false information to law enforcement. The job at Universal, the nanny, the co-workers, the phone call. 4 distinct, documented, proven lies, and yet not guilty of murder. The evidence spoke. The jury just chose not to listen to all of it. The real Zenaida Gonzalez, an actual woman who shared the name Casey borrowed, sued for defamation. A real life derailed by a name pulled from thin air. Years later, Casey was asked about lying to investigators. Her response? "People lie to the cops every day. Cops lie to people every day. I'm just one of the unfortunate idiots who admitted that they lied." 6 lies. 2 days. 1 little girl who deserved so much better. If this breakdown hit different, subscribe. We go deep on the cases where the evidence does the talking. Drop your thoughts below. What was the lie that got you?